The traditional Wapta ski traverse. Good morning, Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. And things are looking good out there these days. We had a bunch of new snow over the last couple of days here in the Rockies. So, by a bunch of new snow, I mean 10, 15, 20 sort of thing. But and then a bit last week too, another 20 centimeters last week. New snow up in the higher alpine, which made for incredibly good skiing conditions. And the snow came and everything came in fairly warm. So the biggest concern is drifting, wind slabs in the alpine, which I guess is starting to kind of show up. Let's take a look at the weather. I know, we do this every time, and the weather never changes, but it does now. It looks like things are trending. We can see how things are starting to get warmer. So a little bit of precip here coming in on Thursday, tomorrow. Sun, warming temperatures, and this is a big concern for the Kananaskis guys are calling, and also for Parks Canada, Bo and Yoho. They hadn't expected it to get this warm, I think, and so they've made their forecast a little more conservative than it was a couple of days ago, which is the ongoing thing with avalanche forecasts, right? All it takes is like one thing to change. Um, Cloud cover, sun, wind, precip, any one of those things, and dozens of other things, and your forecast that you were anticipating is completely out the window, and you are on to a new one. Avalanche Canada had some stuff going on for that was of interest to me, anyhow. Kananaskis is going slightly more conservative with calling it considerable in the alpine than mod at tree line and below tree line. And our buddies in Parks Canada are going pretty much the same, except mod in the alpine. Got to be careful up in the alpine because there is a lot of wind loading and a lot of that's some snow and some transport. So, um, those of you that are going above tree line and looking for the big lines, just be aware that there's an awful lot of snow for transport. Slabs have formed up and they are somewhat reactive, apparently. What do we got? Let's run through some stuff I was looking at here. So in this region, where are we at? Wait, go wilderness. Observation. Yeah, and here there's an incident happening right here at Bow Summit. And that was, oh, oh, not that, not that, that one here. Check that out, eh? So I don't know, what is that? Two and a half, size two and a half, maybe pushing three. I don't know. Right. But you can see here, look at that tracks going into that, and then that. And this looks to me like it's sort of a cross-loaded. It's hard to tell. I don't get enough detail in the etching to tell where the winds come from, but I'm guessing this tends to look like it's loaded over this way. Winds are coming in from the southwest. This way over here is south, um, and west is behind here. So the winds were cross-loading into here. And so this is the kind of slabs that Parks were talking about. So this would have been layered on the leeward side of this ridge. This is the windward side. This is the lee side, and this was the deposit. Now this is the kind of thing that Parks has been warning people about for wind slabs in the alpine. What makes this one even more treacherous, though, is it's unsupported down here, right? So this whole wind slab ends on this cliff band. And so even if you ride into here, look, and there's a second track there. So somebody pulled in here. Um, So yeah, you know whatever. Even if you can ride out the because it's you know it's big enough. It picked obviously it picked up snow here. Look at this. You can see the crowns on this stuff here too, right? The other thing that Parks has been warning about. Why don't we get that cursor bigger so that you guys can freaking see that sucker? Because you deserve to see that sucker. You deserve to see me too. Display. Cursor. Make big. Goodbye. All right. So just look at these wind slabs here. Up are these cornices. And this is the other thing too. Right now, when we get these warming trends coming in, for the next few days, they're going to tend to get warmer and warmer, and it's not going to cool off. Yeah, with new snow and warm weather, warm solar, these cornices can start popping off all of a sudden. So just make sure you're not around them when that happens. Keep your heads up. Look beyond just the slope that you're looking on. Look at this, what affects that slope, and that could be stuff that's like this, you know, kilometers away. But something comes down in here and it runs, it could pick up here, step down onto some sort of these wind slabs in here. And then she's all over but crying. So look here, eh? I wouldn't want to be in that. Apparently, what did they say? They said we okay. Let's not go to Louise Falls. Let's look at these guys for a second. What they have to say. Planar D, snow depth, trigger point, deep gully or depression, train traps, total in group, and one person caught in that slide but not buried. However, right across the street, right across the street. These guys did a test in the area. Now, this is more on the lower part where you can see they're in tree line here. That actual slide is, I think, is just above this. And that was from the wind affected. Whereas these guys did this pit here and got no results. Compression test, no results, right? And pulled out this sliver. This is a column that was our sliver of snow between two columns. And this is probably, you can see sort of some of the sun crusts. Maybe this was probably that crust that showed up in that Parks Post Summit thing, just buried a little deeper. Curious how that's going to react later. And what else we got? Oh, these guys had great skiing on the other side of the highway from Bow Hut, I believe. Yeah, other side of the highway. And just stellar pow, man. It's the days you wishing you had a snorkel, dude. Hey, dude, I need a snorkel. Skied Bow Summit, 30 to 50 new. Snowpacks around 230. Bad conditions for whiteouts. You guys will have clearing. So this is going to last for a few more days. If you guys want to really get on it, probably maybe even, I don't know if it's going to last up to the weekend because of the warm temps. But the next few days, anyhow, in that area, Observation Peak and both summit areas going to have some really stellar skiing. Those of you stick to the northern aspects, watch for cornices overhead. If you're going to go on to the like the bow gullies and stuff like that, you guys who are skiing fucking couars, at least be able to look up into the goddamn things, all right? You got a couple of storm days coming here, right? So you're not going to see anything on a Thursday. So don't plan that to go do your big granddaddy couar or your Bow Summit couar or Crowfoot couar or whatever it is couar you're going to do. Look for days where you have clear, consistent weather and not overly windy. And then you have a chance of survival. Got it? Joe's rules. Joe rules. Joe has rules. I believe that. Do. Alrighty. So, everything's looking pretty darn good. Banff 7-day forecast is with, I always go to Environment Canada or to Weather Network because they have the weather I'm interested in. And that would be fairly, it's actually, they're going a little cooler, more conservatives with more precip here. So the conference of precip on Saturday and Friday. I'm coming out Friday. Maybe I'll just kick in and use my ski pass. And Thursday with whatever. But generally speaking, temperature's fairly warm. This is in the Banff area, so you can, if you're in Lake Louise further north, you can just drop it by a couple of degrees. So, guess where I'm going? I don't even believe I'm doing this, man. I am going to Skoki Lodge, Skoki Historic Ski Lodge. Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, freaking think that place is like $1,000 a night. I don't know. However, you know, and I'm such a one. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so against these sort of private lodges inside the national park that are dedicated to the rich and famous. And you know, they need more lodges dedicated to guys like me who are poor and nameless. But anyhow, there I am. I'm on my way to the Skoki. Skoki. We can give you all the kind of conditions for the Skoki area. It's not like you guys are going to go there. It's not like you get to go there. You're not going there. It's me. I'm going there. I'm going to Skoki. They're going to bring me dinner in my private lodge. And they're going to give me a bottle of wine that they buy for $10 and sell to me for 50. So there, huh? It's always better when you pay $50 for a $10 bottle of wine. Yeah. Actually, you know, I think Bohut's a better deal. I would rather go back, honestly, to be honest with you, absolutely honest, I would rather go back to Bohut. I'd rather carry that monster load that would kill a fur trader than walk in with my day pack and then have people, whatever, give me foot massages at the end of my day and hand me over my 3 kinds of Scotch. Okay, Scotch whiskey. All right, I can go for that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So it just came out of the blue, and I'm on my way there tomorrow. You guys who haven't been to Skokie before, which is all of you, why don't we just take a look at that little puppy, eh? Skokie's right here, and that means nothing to you. Right? So this is the Lake Louise ski hill. This is the town of Lake Louise. If we go further out, you can actually see my house, which is right here, right there. When I look out the window like this, I see this mountain, Cascade Mountain. So I'm going to drive all the way up here, and then I'm going to get and park at Lake Louise Ski Resort, which is right here. And then I'm going to catch the Glacier Express chair, and then I'm going to go to the top of the world, and then I'm going to ski down here, and then I'm going to cross over some ridge, and then I'm going to go up this valley, over to this valley, and it's 10 kilometers from here out to here. And that's Skokie, baby. This is what the lodge looks like in the summertime. Pretty nice country, you know. Add a little snow to it. It looks like this. It's a pretty good photo, right? The tinge of Photoshop in there. Might be some skiing too, eh? I don't know. I really think we'll probably go ski or run or two the day after sort of thing. Oh, look at this. This is the classic Skokie Lodge shot. Hang your skis up. Oh, yeah, tie horses there in the summer and hang up skis in the wintertime. People got pretty nice shots of this thing. Yeah, so I think we come over this pass here, and then this photo must be taken just above Skoki, and then you just kind of glide down to the lodge. Yeah, I don't know much about the place. This looks like one of the guest bedrooms. It's pretty nice, huh? Kitchen towel sink. Uh, not familiar with those peaks, actually. I've seen them from that perspective. But anyhow, that's I'll give you guys a full report when I get back from Skokie. Yeah, baby, Skokie. One thing I want to talk to you about before we go, though, because I'm not going to be back till I think I'll do an episode on Friday or Saturday because I don't get out till Friday. And I know I wanted to be more consistent with these things. Talk about these ice climbers. Um, so these solar aspects are going to start playing like really heavy. I mean, I know I've been warning about this for a while, but these sort of temperatures, clear skies, and solar are going to start adding up a little bit. So, we, if you go early, like something like Louise Falls, which has these freaking hangers, right? And the sun now at this time of the year starts coming in and beating on these things at around fairly early, like 10:30, 10 o'clock or something like that. With the kind of intensity that the sun has now. This stuff here, these hangers have the potential to start falling down. Everything else, this photo was taken just a couple of days ago or yesterday. So this is kind of the current conditions. You can tell here that this ice has been pretty picked out, right? So you can, this is pretty cruisy. This will be easy grade 3. I know they call it a grade 4 in the guidebook, or even possibly grade 4 plus 5. It's not anymore because of the sheer volume of traffic. But maybe if you climbed up on this side or something, but even that, I bet you that's kind of been climbed quite a bit. And yeah, so you can either looking for easy hooks and good feet the entire way, as this reporting party says, who had climbed this. They started at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they were with another party that just showed up around the same time, which seems to me to be pretty freaking late for this time of year to start doing a climb like this, right? If you're gonna start, I mean, it's just adding up to more problems in the afternoon when you should be getting off. The It doesn't look like there's enough snow above it, but who knows with the new snow? Because that thing can slough, eh? Like wet slides can come down that thing, and you'll always see debris on the. Ooh, look at that, eh? I can almost see. Okay, 1 foot here, 1 foot there. Pick hole here, pick hole there. Climb. Pick hole here, pick hole there, pick hole there. Climb. Oh, Louise, you poor thing. You just get yourself just so picked out. I don't know. They just hate you. Here's a photo from Bow Summit. Some young lady looking like she's having fun. A waist steep pow. Um, Enjoy it while you can because pretty soon, I don't know, skiing, we can get away with a lot. I noticed that people were going up to Wapta ice fields and were digging it. And the Wapta I still consider to be one of the great places to start introducing people to the Alpine. Um, I know when I first started guiding, I slagged that place so badly, and now I realize, it has so much potential to as an introductory location for stuff in the Alpine, and introducing, people who haven't got very much experience. There's lots of resources there, lots of information, and places to stay. And the glacier is fairly benign, if you can believe it. This is kind of what the one of my favorite trips is uh, for work because it's so hassle free, is going up to Bow Hut, over to Pado, and then out Pado Lake as a 3-day trip, which is something I was doing with these folks here. And so you can start walking in. And you just kind of walk up this valley. And if you're skiing in the wintertime, then you just ski straight up the valley here. There's some potential for slides and terrain traps, but it's more minimal than most people think. There's lots of ground anchors and stuff like that for the most part. So it would take a extraordinary event. This is just before Bow Hut. You can see Bow Hut is right up here. So you walk up the valley, and you go further down, and then you end up going up over here, up this gully, and then over to Bow Hut. Yeah. And having a look around in the morning. Things are looking cool. This is the views you get there. Bow Hut comes with propane, lots of wood. I smell coffee cooking. That must mean Lisa's coming. Is she down here yet? No. Get this over with. But you can see how benign that glacier is, right? Like we're walking across there, and this is like the first week of August, and still got some snow cover, but there are no crevasses in this thing at all. They're not even the slots. In the last 10 years or 20 years, the ice has come down so far there isn't any slots left. So this is kind of what the bow looks like in a summer trip. So pretty popular for mountaineering, first trips. Here's a group traveling on the glacier, all roped up in their traditional roped up, how I should be roped up thing. This is Gordon, which is the ski ascent that we were trying to attempt the other day, and Avon's boots kind of gave out right away, right there. Olive is a good climb, Nicholas, and that's for summer trips. These are pretty good. Yeah, what I like too is guiding this is it's just so relaxing. I mean, because I don't have to worry about crevasses. A lot of glaciers, like the Athabasca and stuff like that, when you're coming off of bigger places, you do have to worry about crevasses. You can see there's a few in here, but these are the kind of things where you fall into your waist sort of thing. And with the winter snowpack right now, there's 2.5, right here I measured in here 2 meters, and here I got over 2.5 meters. It was over my the length of my robe. And this, when you're skiing out here on this, this is pretty casual, pretty comfortable. Just keep your probe out, make sure you got a meter or two of snowpack, and you'd be laughing. The Onion on your way to Peyto. And then this is the Peyto Glacier on your way out. It's not as wicked as it looks. It's pretty freaking benign. Come down here, and you can walk off here, and then over to the glaciology hut, which is right here, and then pick up a trail, walk back down here. There's a big moraine. You'll find it. You can see it once you get over to this edge, and that'll take you down to the lake area. You kind of go along this side of the creek, cross over the braided part here, and then you can walk out Heartbreak Hills the last 1,000 feet before the parking lot. But yeah. So if you're looking for a summer trip, this one is pretty safe. Requires a minimal of equipment and gear. Oh, thank you. Coffee. Gotta love that. And that's about it. So I'll leave you with an opening video from last week, and I will see you guys Saturday. So overall, conditions are pretty darn good. And Avalanche Canada, ski Skoki, Banff weather. Hasta luego. See you later. The traditional Wapta ski traverse starts at Peyto Lake, goes to Peyto Hut, then to Bow Hut, and then to Belfer, on to Scott Duncan and then out Sherbrooke Lake. If you're just going to Bow Hut, park at Bow Lake and then just follow the winter trail. Summer's marked now, and the red is the winter trail which goes up the canyon. Pretty much the same trail. All right, here we are at Bow Hut. If you haven't been to Bow Hut before, kind of what it looks like. As you ski up to it, you take a look around the view from the hut. You're looking out this way to the southeast. Welcome inside the door here. People got their gear out for the day, all the way around. Lots of room. This house is about 30 people normally in the summertime here. But before we get to there, the toilets, bathrooms, and now we're in the common area. These are the common people. That Banff?
Yeah.